Vernee had an impressive launch this year. With the Vernee Tour, their first phone, they announced one of the most attractive budget China phones, just to follow up with the Vernee Apollo Lite, their second phone, which boasts a Helio X20 processor. The Apollo Lite has been our daily driver for the past couple of days, and here are the results. The Vernee Apollo Lite comes together with a USB Type-C cable, fast charger, a SIM needle and a quick start guide with multi-language. The Vernee Apollo Lite arrived with us in the black variant, which looks surprisingly decent. The metal isn't really black, it's more of an anthracite color with a slightly red to purple undertone, which is totally dependent on light situations. The body isn't made entirely from metal. Above the antennas there are plastic caps to enhance the signal strength. Those are made from thick and high quality plastic though, and are colored pretty much the same as the metal, which means you won't notice the difference without a very close look. The only thing we dislike a bit is that the caps stick out the body a bit on one side. Talking about not so nice things, let's also move to the hardware buttons, and the power button unfortunately is quite a bit loose on our phone and also doesn't have enough resistance, which often results in pressing it accidentally. Aside from that, the handset is really well made, sturdy and does look premium. A nice detail is the fingerprint scanner with the rough surface, which is unusual. The phone, despite the thickness of 10.2mm including the camera, feels nice in the hands thanks to the curved rear. The weight is still in a comfortable range with 173 grams. The screen is based on an LCD panel by Sharp, which uses indium gallium tin oxide as its semiconductor material. The screen offers a nice brightness and is evenly backlit. The color reproduction is nice and seems very natural. We haven't spotted any blue or red tint. The viewing angles could be a tad better. The touchscreen has been working nice. It reacts fast when typing, thus making fast typing easy. Just when scrolling web pages or moving icons there is a noticeable input lag. On the glass there is an oleophobic coating. As you can see, oil drops do not stick to the glass and can be wiped off with no traces being left. Fingerprints thus don't stick to the glass immediately and it's easy to clean. Furthermore, this coating results in excellent lubricity of the screen. One real no-go, however, is that Vernee advertised the use of Gorilla Glass 3, but that obviously is not the case. Just after a few days of usage we already noticed a ton of tiny scratches and one bigger scratch on the glass. Sure, Gorilla Glass 3 is by far not totally scratch-proof, but still, this shouldn't have happened if it would be Gorilla Glass. Performance-wise, the Vernee Apollo Lite packs a punch. Well, at least it does in theory. There is a Mediatek Helio X20 processor, 4GB of RAM and 32GB of memory. RAM and memory are pretty speedy. But the thing is, Vernee still have to do a lot of optimization to unlock the potential of the Helio X20. The system is by far not running as smooth as, for example, on a Meizu MX6 or the Echo Le 2 with the same SoC. Also, there are massive performance issues with games. There's pretty much no title that runs smooth, even if it's a game far weaker processors can handle with no issues. Something that's been done nice is cooling. The heat is spread evenly across the whole back of the phone, so it doesn't get uncomfortably hot on a single spot. The Vernee Apollo Lite can be extended using a microSD card, but this results in losing the dual SIM functionality. We don't really get why that's the case, since Vernee do use two separate SIM trays. Instead of using one tray as a combo slot, they could have just used one tray for two SIM cards and one tray for a microSD card only. They really missed the chance to set themselves apart from their competitors here. The sensor equipment packs everything important, including a gyroscope and the compass, which both work like a charm. A step counter is missing here. The fingerprint scanner works nicely after the most recent update and is fairly fast. The only problem is that it tends to have issues with sweaty fingers. Operating system running on the phone is Android 6.0 Marshmallow with near to no modifications. There are no off-screen gestures and you cannot configure the RGB status LED. The only additional feature you get is the possibility to change the on-screen buttons a bit. Something we like are the regular firmware updates delivered by Vernee. Those are really fixing issues, but we have to say that Vernee is a bit slow. With every update, a lot of issues are left open, so from that perspective, there still is room for improvement. For reception quality, the Vernee Apollo Lite is a good performer. LTE band 20 is supported and the reception quality has been top-notch during the testing period. The Wi-Fi module supports dual-band Wi-Fi and offers up to 190 Mbit throughput. The signal strength here is top-notch as well. And finally, there also haven't been any issues with the GPS. Navigation worked like a charm. Audio quality on the Vernee Apollo Lite is good and bad. It's bad in terms of the media speaker, which sounds like, well, listen for yourself. The headphone jack quality is okay but sounds a bit dull. We would have liked a bit more clarity there. Voice quality, however, is very good. It's crystal clear and the earpiece is decently loud. The noise cancelling works well too, despite a dedicated microphone being missing. Inside the main camera, we find a Samsung S5K3P3 ISO cell sensor with 16MP resolution and PDAF autofocus. The front camera is based on a S5K5E8 sensor by Samsung with 5MP resolution. The main camera is advertised to boast an f2.0 aperture, but in reality comes with an aperture of only f2.2. The camera is a promising piece of kit though, since it is capable of creating nice pictures with good colors and nice sharpness. We haven't spotted any lens issues like blurred edges and the likes. There is room for optimization though to squeeze the maximum out of this camera. The fine details of pictures could be present a little more, and also the contours of objects seem a little overdrawn at times. Another part that has to be improved is low light performance. Right now you only get noisy images and it's impossible to do a sharp picture with the LED flash. Video recordings do offer a decent audio quality that captures even fine details like birds and stuff, but the picture quality could definitely be improved. What's more, the advertised 4K recording is missing since it has been removed with the latest firmware update and since then never came back for whatever reason. The quality of the 5MP front camera is surprisingly good, but sharpness could be a little better. Also, some colors come out a little too reddish, and that includes skin tones. The camera generates a surprisingly low amount of noise in low light conditions. The battery offers a 3180 mAh capacity, at least that's what Vernee claims. When measuring the battery, our result was 2881 mAh. Taking into account the error rate of the measurement process and the manufacturing variants, we can confirm that Vernee do not tell lies here. Charging the battery takes 1 hour. From 20 to 70% it only takes close to 30 minutes, so fast charging is there and working well. The battery life is good. During outdoor use with GPS and camera got through the day with no issues, and in office use 1.5 to 2 days are possible. The standby use is pretty low. During one night the phone loses between 3 to 6% of charge. Verdict: the Vernee Apollo Lite is a successful debut on the upper mid-range market. At $200 you get a pretty interesting phone here that offers quite some processing power, a usable camera, great reception quality and a good battery life. Now if Vernee keep developing and optimizing on this phone, we are sure that this phone can be called a bargain. Something we dislike, however, are those lies about the Gorilla Glass 3 and camera aperture. Also, the gaming performance has to be improved a lot. So that's all from our side. If there are any questions left, please drop a comment. More information and the link to the shop can be found in the video description. If you like what we are doing here at CMM, please support us with a visit at chinamobilemag.de or our English site chinadevices.net and subscribe to this channel. So thanks for watching, bye bye, over and out.